Right, so hello and welcome back to Books and Things, and welcome to another video, and welcome back to my TBR Advent Calendar. So my TBR Advent Calendar, my Vlogmas this year, is very kindly sponsored by Serious Readers, who make amazing reading lights like this one I have here. I will leave more information down below in the description about Serious Readers, and I'll also leave down below the offer code I have on at the moment. And I'll also leave down below a link to where you can find out more about the TBR Advent Calendar if you want to know what I'm doing this December. So if you've been following my TBR Advent Calendar for the last few days, you may notice that I'm back at home again. I'm not actually going to pick a physical book off my physical TBR Calendar today. I think I mentioned in the introduction, I guess that went up back on Monday. I think I said I wouldn't use audiobooks for this project unless I was falling behind, but I have fallen behind today, by which I mean I do not have time today to read a physical book. But I did finish listening to an audiobook today, which I only started yesterday. I've been travelling all day. I'm back at home. I'm back from my research trip that I mentioned in the last couple of videos, and I've been driving most of the day. On the drive, Nick and I were listening to an Agatha Christie book, which we finished off, and we were listening to After the Funeral, which is the next book in the Poirot series. We've been working our way through the Poirot series for a while now, and we are getting like quite near to the end, I think. And yeah, we listened to After the Funeral, which I really enjoyed. So I figured, as I know I won't have time to read a physical book today, but I did finish an audiobook today, I will count that for my TBR Advent Calendar today, and that's fine. I hope I will mostly complete this challenge, this Vlogmas, with physical books from my physical TBR Advent Calendar thing that I made, but if some other audiobooks, that's fine. So yes, After the Funeral was really interesting, and I really liked it. I feel like the last two Poirot books we've listened to, or the last two or three, have been like a bit medium, and one of them was quite a disappointment. Taken at the Flood, I really didn't like, and found the ending a real disappointment. So it was really nice listening to After the Funeral. I thought it was a really strong murder mystery, really good Poirot. It starts off with a week after a funeral. The kind of head of the family, I suppose, has passed away, and he died relatively suddenly, but he had been ill for a long time, and after the funeral, his siblings and his nieces and nephews kind of gather together, and then his sister, who is sort of well known for saying like truths that people don't want to hear, basically. She just suddenly says outright, well, he was murdered, wasn't he? And then after that, suspicions begin to arise, and we're initially following the lawyer, the family solicitor, who's kind of looking into whether or not something might not be quite right with the death, and then Poirot gets involved later on. And it's just a really good mystery with a lot of really good characterization and sort of some really interesting themes as well. I'm finding Agatha Christie's like post-war novels fascinating, because I feel like I mostly associate Agatha Christie with like the interwar era, and then it's quite interesting seeing how she writes about sort of late 1940s, early 1950s. Can't remember precisely what year this is from, but she's very much writing about a sort of changing world. You know, it makes me think of The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro, and it's quite interesting kind of looking at you know, the sort of downfall of the class that Agatha Christie often wrote about. Yeah, I thought After the Funeral was a really good, solid Agatha Christie, really well done and really interesting. So that's all I have for you today. No little bit of reading vlog or anything today, and no picking from my TBR Advent Calendar, but that's fine. I will be back to it tomorrow, and I'll read something else short, but I know I won't have time today, as I have been, driving most of the day, and it's a bit late now and I'm tired, so I'm not going to do any more reading today. So that's all for now, just a quick one today. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another bookish video.